When you were growing up, what was your dream job?
It was non-technical. It was 18 wheelers, man. Driving around the country looking at 18 wheelers. That's where I wanted to be at, right? So I left into the military right after high school, straight in. Just because the opportunity for college wasn't there for me as either. So I just joined the military, and that's how I kind of got involved in the college. And then I fell into a teaching job when I was in college. I did some tutoring, and that's how I kind of got involved into education. I said, this felt right, education.
What's up, SPC? My name is CJ, and welcome back to another episode of The Connect, a conversation focused on sharing resources to empower students during their journey to success. Today's guest joins us from SPC's Office of Information Technology Services. Please start off by introducing yourself, what you do, and how long you've been with St. Philip's College.
Thank you for inviting me. My name is John Orona. I'm the IT director for St. Philip's College, responsible for all the technology that comes in through the college and working in the college. So I've been with St. Philip's College in 7.5 years and enjoyed every bit of it. It's gone fast.
So in today's episode, we will be talking about the technology services that are available to help and assist you in meeting your technical needs. In terms of tech products, what is available to students to check out, and what does the process look like?
Yeah, so currently we've done an extensive communication distribution plan of texting, emailing, PR campaigns, social media, just to get laptops, hotspots available out to students and staff as you need it. There's no fee for it. You do have to be an enrolled student, and all you have to do is contact the SPC help desk or go on to the remote toolbox that's available on the websites, and you'll find online forms. And in there, once you submit, we go through the verification process that you are enrolled and you have the information. You'll pick up a laptop.
So aside from the verification of their student status, are there any other requirements or limitations for them?
So you do have to be an SPC student for this one, but other than eligibility, there's no financial eligibility. There's just, if you need the laptop to complete your coursework, then please go ahead and do that.
So what are some other types of services in regards to Wi-Fi and tech support that students can take advantage of?
Yeah, so you can pick up a hotspot if you need a hotspot. And also if you do need to go on campus, we do offer the Wi-Fi parking lots is there as well. You can go up and drive into parking lot 13, and you should have some hotspots availability there for Wi-Fi. But other than that, if you need some hotspots, then we do have plenty available hotspots for anybody that needs them. You just have to go through the process of filling on that. It's one form, laptop, hotspot, both, either or, both forms get the same requirements. You have to be SPC home student and have to be enrolled in the active semester. So you get to keep it for the whole semester once you do check it out.
And in regards to tech support, do you all offer, or do you have any hours of operation that you all are available, and what kind of services do you all offer?
Yeah, so we do have a help desk that's available for students, staff, and employees to call between 8 and 5. That's the SPC, but if not, we have some extended hours that rolls over to other help desks to get that information. It's 210-486-2777. We do have the capabilities if the student, especially if it is our equipment that we've loaned out, we do have the capabilities to jump into those computers and help the student out, with remote desktop. We see their screens, you see what we're doing. Not only that, if our computers, we also have the ability to get into, if the student's having something with a personal computer, we can take a look at what problem are they having accessing ACEs, password changes, or whatever. What you see is what we see, and we try to get, one-to-one work through those problems with the students, staff, or employees.
Awesome. That's super cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, great resources. And you all have a full team, right, available to
We
help out?
do, and you can be anywhere in the world. We have that capability to remote into your desktops and take a look, and we do it for people that are traveling or online distance. We do that as well.
Oh, wow. So super available remotely, right?
It is. It's one of the best tools that we have out there. Is because it's best to have that communication whenever you're seeing what we're seeing, and we're seeing what you're seeing, and we can help identify those problems a lot quicker and resolve it and get everybody going back on their academic way.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know if there are any free off-campus services that students should look into? I know that the Alamo Colleges has some like low-cost Wi-Fi options. Do you know anything about that?
Individually, if you are needing a hotspot right now is the time to just get a hotspot if you need Wi-Fi. No, we also get these interesting cases that you might have Wi-Fi at the house, but it's not strong enough. If you're especially living in the rural areas, sometimes AT&T doesn't work as good as T-Mobile in some spaces, and in some places T-Mobile works better than AT&T. So we work through all those kind of scenarios with them one-on-one to see what best tool to give them.
Kind of like maybe like a diagnostic test, kind of like a quick briefing of seeing how things go.
We do, yeah. We do speed tests with them, make sure that the speeds are good, because Wi-Fi is all dependent on speed.
Yeah, absolutely. At least we've been challenged with that, right? Like more recently.
It is, especially when you have video, right? Some people don't know how much video takes into a bandwidth, and if you're using a wireless, then just turn off your video in those cases, and you're back into the conversation without it being broken up. Things like that, user education goes a long way when we're dealing with these cases.
Yeah, that's so true. I didn't even think about that. Right, video is extremely consuming when it comes to bandwidth.
Wireless, yeah, it's a problem.
So speaking of challenges, what have been some other like more occurring challenges that you've seen students experience in regards to tech, and what advice do you have so that they may overcome it?
So one of the biggest deals is security, right? Just keeping your computers updated frequently, going through those updates, and not only keeping them, knowing how to update them. Because that, if a system is slow, laggy, whatever, one of the first things we always do is shut down, restart. Also, it could be that the software is not up to date. And the longer you wait, the longer it's going to take to update those computers, and it's going to get sluggish and stuff like that. So biggest thing that we need to do up there is keep our software updated, not only for security reasons, but for performance reasons, and also keeping your AV updated out there. That's the challenge right now, is that we see, is because we just tend to get on technology and drive and let it do its business, but behind the scenes there's a lot of things that need to be in place in order to keep that performance going.
Those are good recommendations. I think we've had a lot of circumstances, or at least most people are experiencing this, especially in higher education, right? With like Zoom bombing and like password breaching and, phishing and all this security situations that we're running into. And I think it is important to be mindful of that. And so I appreciate you speaking on that. Is there anything else that you'd like to share, maybe to some potential incoming freshmen, getting acclimated into the SPC culture, and getting support in terms of IT?
So when you're getting your technology, make sure you speak, or you try to be aware of the pros and cons of the technology, right? For example, I know a lot of students come in from high schools knowing Google, and Google's a great platform, but unfortunately Alamo Colleges is really Windows-based centric kind of operating systems, and so we depend really heavily and configure everything based on Windows operating system. It doesn't say that Google won't work in our environment. It's tough. It's tougher and more challenging for students that we see bringing in like a Google Chromebook into the environment, because it just doesn't have all the capabilities of Windows in the system. So for productivity, we try to say, you stay with the Windows environment computer.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? I think having something that's adaptable, right, especially in moments like this where we're completely remote, right? We need to have access to the softwares and the tech that, our institutions are utilizing, and that's a good point.
Yeah, the other challenge that we see out there is iPads. iPads tend to go out of date, and then so people try to download apps, and they're no longer supported by Apple because their iOS is out of date, so that app doesn't work, and so you got to jump to the next version or the next generation to get that update.
Yeah, that's another good point too, right? I'm actually even looking into a new iPad because of that same issue.
Exactly. Run into it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm diehard Apple, so I'm stuck.
You see y'all out there. We know who the diehards are. Yeah.
With the watch and everything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's it for me, John. I want to thank you so much for joining us and coming out to speak to our SPC family. Guys, we'll be dropping his contact information if you all want to reach out to him specifically. He's got a great team with amazing resources, and we're here to help you all out.
Yeah, absolutely. The help desk, or just drop me some lines, and we'll get y'all the support that we need or that y'all need.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, John.
Thanks, Steven. Appreciate y'all. That was fun.
Well, thank y'all so much for joining us. Please be sure to follow us on our other SPC social media.